What's up everybody, this is Jose from Southern Life. Welcome to our channel. On today's video, we're going to be looking at the top 10 best beaches in Florida. So what makes a great beach? First of all, the vibes, clear water. In the last year, we have traveled the entire state of Florida from the Panhandle to the West Coast to the East Coast, even the Florida Keys, and we have seen all of the beautiful beaches in the state of Florida. So if you're thinking about a beach vacation and you want to know what the best places to hit up are, this video is for you. This is also an up-to-date video, which means we're going to include current situations that are happening in the state of Florida, like weather events, ecological problems, to make sure that when you go to these beaches, you have a great time. Number 10 is Daytona Beach, one of the most famous beaches in the entire state. One of the most iconic beaches in the state of Florida. Throughout the year, it is home to a lot of events that draw thousands of people, both local and out of state. If you are looking for a beach where you can party and even be able to drive on the sand and enjoy a lot of events, being accessible to the Orlando metropolitan area, it is a clear choice for people visiting the central part of the state. With a good mix of attractions and a good location near Orlando, this is a beach a lot of people like to go to in Florida to have a good time, enjoy themselves. However, it is only number 10 on our list as it's lacking a lot of the natural settings and clear water of other Florida destinations. Number 9 is Navarre Beach. Located in the Florida Panhandle, you're dealing with some of the most beautiful natural settings, clear water, beautiful white sand beaches, one of the largest piers in the state of Florida, incredible settings. This is definitely a beach that needs to be on your radar, especially if you're traveling to the Florida Panhandle from Alabama, Mississippi, or anywhere else in the South. In fact, its location is ideal for those coming from that region of the country, making it one of the most practical places you can go to if you're heading to Florida and you don't want to travel a few hundred extra miles. A great beach destination for those looking to get away from the larger crowds and noisier beaches of Florida, all while enjoying some of the whitest sand beaches you'll find in the entire state of Florida. The region is also known for great fishing. Number 9 on my list, I'm used to beaches that have a lot more plants. This beach seems almost like an arid desert, but it still has its own unique beauty and characteristic. I do believe that the area needs to invest into more palm trees and more plants to give it a more tropical feel. Nonetheless, it is still one of the greatest beaches in Florida, despite the fact it feels kind of empty, barren, and arid. Not really sure why they've skipped out on plants, considering that the area is very prone to hurricanes. Perhaps it's that emptiness and serenity that it gives a place. That is likely why so many people like this beach. Number 8 is Seaside Florida and the beach of Blue Mountain that is located here. This is an unincorporated master plan community in Walton County, kind of between Destin and Panama City Beach, one of the most beautiful regions of the state when it comes to beaches. Everything is new here, clean, beautiful, fresh water. This area hasn't been affected by the red tide like other parts of Florida, and it really has a distinct vibe to it. The area is known for an architectural style called New Urbanism that gives the place even more character. These are some of the most relaxed, cool beaches you're going to find in the entire state of Florida with their own speed of life. So if you're looking for something a little bit more calm and quiet, then this beach definitely needs to be on your radar. The nearby adjacent areas give you a little bit of complexity, things to do, but it's still not crowded. It's still not all that pressure you get in some of the Southwest Florida or Southeast Florida beaches. This is definitely a more relaxed site. For number 7, we won't be going too far. Number 7 is Rosemary Beach. Again, the architectural styles, vibes, calmness, serenity of these beaches is unmatched, paired with some of the clearest water and white sand beaches that you will find. This is definitely a place you need to visit in your lifetime. I can't emphasize enough how calm and relaxing and quiet the beaches in this region of Florida can be. You will definitely feel refreshed, almost like a new person, after you spend some time in some of the quietest and calmest beaches along the Florida Gulf Coast. And the Florida Panhandle is really overlooked as this type of location. You hear so much about Destin and Panama City Beach, and you think it's all wild, rowdy beaches, but there really are some incredible places. And Rosemary Beach is a place that, being newer, isn't as famous as some of the other Florida beaches, but it definitely merits a visit. I have a good respect for architects who look above and beyond the regular and really create places that are unique, fresh, lively, bright colors, and I really love they've done a great job in making these beaches feel like you're in Cancun or in the Mediterranean. They've really looked outside the box when designing these homes and buildings. They've done a great job. Some of the best places in Florida in Rosemary Beach. Number 6 is Destin, one of the coolest places in Florida. Navarre Beach, clear waters, a boardwalk. You can actually drive right up against the beach. If you don't have a little malecon, a little boardwalk where you can easily access the beaches from your vehicle, I think that's a very American thing for some reason. These are some of the clearest water, white sand beach throughout the entire year. Even if it's windy, you're still going to get clear, beautiful water here. It's just the type of beach that even on a cold day, you can enjoy it. The clarity of the water is incredible. And again, it's consistently clear water. These are incredible sites to visit. Definitely one of the most beautiful places along the Florida Panhandle. I almost look at Destin as kind of like a Naples of the Florida Panhandle. It's definitely a site you want to visit in Florida, and it consistently ranks amongst the best beaches in Florida. Just think about the fact you're planning your Florida beach. It's your vacation. You only get to do it once a year. You show up and there's red tide, or it's windy and the water isn't clear. With Destin, you have the highest probability of when you show up, that water is going to be clear and beautiful. And even if it's a windy or rainy day, you're still going to see those deep emerald colors you're looking for. And the fact that it's easy, it's accessible, it's rarely as crowded as some of the other Florida beaches. Number 5 brings us to Lover's Key in Southwest Florida. This is one of the most beautiful parks in the entire state, where you can enjoy a wide array of different attractions. Whether you enjoy boating or you enjoy fishing, you enjoy clear waters, the beach, you want to walk a little bit, there's fishing piers, there's walking paths. There's so much to soak in one place. There's also Mount Key Historical Site, which can only be accessed by boat. That's a lot of history and a lot of good things to do in one small place. The waters are usually clear. Sometimes of the year, the water's a little bit red. Other times of the year, the water's a little bit clearer. The fishing here is incredible. This is really a great place to enjoy beaches with family and friends, and a lot of archaeological sites as well. This site has so much going for it. How could it not be on this list? Located between Fort Myers and Bonita Springs along Estero Bay, there's also a good possibility you could see dolphins and manatees if you pay close attention to the water. Number 4 is Pensacola Beach. Hundreds of miles of white sand beaches along the Florida Panhandle, but along Pensacola, it is mesmerizing how white these beaches are, how clear the water is. It is incredible to just soak in so much sand and so much serenity, so much quiet, beautiful beaches. And there's also the fort there, which caught me off guard. There's history here. There's so much to soak in. It's definitely one of the best beaches in Florida. While I know Pensacola is not the greatest travel destination, it's definitely not Fort Myers, definitely not Naples, definitely not Tampa. But when it comes to the actual beaches, let's put the city of Pensacola off to the side for a minute. No offense intended. There's always this rivalry between the Panhandle and Southwest Florida and other parts of Florida. So being from Southwest Florida, a lot of people say from the Panhandle, you're just automatically not going to like us. That's not true. I'm a fair guy when I make these lists. Red tide has done a damage to other sites along the Florida Gulf Coast. And the fact that the Florida Panhandle hasn't had that problem, it's really given the Florida Panhandle the opportunity to almost dominate this entire list. So no regionalistic favoritism here. We're really giving you guys straight up how it is. Nonetheless, number 3 is still my hometown of Naples, Florida. The 239 Southwest Florida still has some of the most incredible beaches. Naples, being a little bit south, has really escaped the torment of red tide. Unfortunately, from Lee County all the way up to Sarasota, it's been a nightmare. The Naples Pier is one of the most iconic places when it comes to beaches in Florida. Wiggins Pass, Barefoot Beach, Clam Pass, Naples Beach. There's so many incredible beaches, even extending into Marco Island. Naples area still remains one of the best places you can go to for Florida beaches. Recently, when they did the lockdowns in Miami, a lot of people from Miami came to Naples. They really liked our beaches, and they're from Miami, so I mean, they have great beaches as well. What makes Naples beaches distinctive is the natural settings. There's a lot of preserved areas that come right up against the shoreline. There's also incredible places like downtown Naples that are just very clean and elegant, and of course, some of the wealthiest areas in the entire country are here. Naples has its own vibe, its own rhythm. To be honest, the beaches of Naples are world renowned. It's just the whole mix of humans and buildings and nature all put together in one place that gives Naples just some of the most incredible beach vibes. It's elegant, it's clean, I don't even know how to describe it. All that put together makes Naples one of the best beach destinations you can possibly find in the entire state of Florida. The Naples Pier pretty much gives Naples an upper hand in promoting tourism and catering to people that are visiting. The fact you can get on that pier and just see all of Naples in all directions. Vanderbilt Beach as well as a popular destination, as well as the residential areas where you can walk to the beach or ride a bicycle to the beach are now popular vacation rental sites as well. So all that together, Naples is an incredible place, and if you've never been to the beaches of Naples, I definitely get a bit of criticism of how life in Naples is so chaotic and there's so much traffic. However, the beaches is the reason you're going there to vacation, and they are unmatched. It's not fake, it's not replicated, it's authentic, it's genuine, it's natural. Now, we cannot go on without saying that the Naples beaches have seen themselves empty to a terrifying level with the red tide. If you're not familiar with this term, what red tide is a naturally occurring process that kills the fish in the water and some of the grasses die, and it just creates a very foul, distasteful smell. Just like the red tide has destroyed some parts of Florida, Hurricane Michael did some damage to the Panhandle. We're looking at images here from Mexico Beach, a great beach destination that is still recovering from damages of that horrible storm. These ecological and weather incidents can definitely take a Florida destination from being one of the best and make them one of the worst. Now, more on the red tide. Of course, hurricanes are just part of natural life in Florida, but the red tide can be influenced by human factors in a negative way. These events leave the beaches littered with dead fish, a horrible smell, and it can also have an allergic reaction to some people. It is a very distasteful event that pretty much pushes people with allergic sensibilities away. Now, this red tide, this red death of Florida beaches, is in part contributed to contamination of so many different levels, some of it coming from the state, some of it coming from the agricultural industries, some of it coming from the chemicals you use in your backyard and garden, like fertilizers. There's so many contributing factors to this ecological disaster that has turned places like Venice and Sarasota into some of the most undesirable beach locations in the current time we're living in, despite a few years back being some of the best. It has really turned off a lot of people from the southwest coast of Florida. The worst part about it is that it's unclear at what point these events are going to stop happening. Number 2 is Fort Lauderdale Beach. The area of Las Olas, right outside of downtown Fort Lauderdale, are some of the clearest waters in the entire state, some of the nicest hotels. The beach vibes of this location render Fort Lauderdale more of an international travel destination, world-renowned for sure. The natural occurring process of red tide is less relevant here as the waters are deeper and the streams of the ocean currents are stronger, which means these waters are clear, natural, with less contamination or any type of ecological concerns. These beaches are going to be healthy for a very long time. It is hard to dispute that Fort Lauderdale beaches are some of the best in the state, and the area is so international, it is so diverse. from the cuisine to the people. This is one of the most incredible places you're going to find in the entire state of Florida, and this is a site you should definitely consider visiting. And from international airports to the Hard Rock Casino, the area has a lot more going for it than just the beaches, so it is a complete travel package. There's also cruise lines in the area, which you can go to the Caribbean, you can go to Bahamas and other destinations. It is the perfect Florida travel site. Definitely deserves to be on the list. But number one on the list is Panama City Beach, located along the Florida Panhandle. The vibes here are incredible, unlike anything else in the entire state of Florida. It is known as the Redneck Riviera. So if you've never visited Florida beaches, this is a great place to start. It has all of the party vibes you're expecting. It's a fast-paced party type of beach scene. You can expect clear waters, incredible vibes, relaxing setting, much milder weather than further down along the Florida coast. All these things combine to make Florida beaches incredible here, and definitely the number one place for 2022 if you're visiting Florida. Also, a lot of people really don't visit this beach unless they're coming from the deep south. Most people visit the southeast, southwest Florida beaches or other places along the east coast. Therefore, if you already live in Florida, this is one beach you need to make the drive to. It is really worth it. When we lived in Alabama, it was like a 3-hour drive, and every hour of it was worth it. I can't wait to go back to this beach. Really, number one for 2022. I hope you guys like the list. Leave your comments.